Hello friends, this is Rashmi Singh and welcome to my channel Unraveling Science. Class 9, Chapter 6, Solutions for Tissue. In-text questions. What is a tissue? Tissue is a group of cells that are similar in structure and organized together to perform a specific function. What is the utility of tissues in multicellular organism? In multicellular organisms, tissues provide structural and mechanical strength and enable the division of labor, where different types of tissue perform specified functions. Name types of simple tissues. Simple permanent tissues are of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Arrenchyma and chlorenchyma are also types of parenchyma. Where is apical meristem found? Apical meristem is present at the growing tip of the stems and root. Which tissue makes up the husk of coconut? Sclerenchyma tissue makes up the husk of coconut. What are the constituents of phloem? The constituents of phloem are sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. Name the tissue responsible for movement in our body. The answer is muscular tissue. What does a neuron look like? You can see the picture here. A neuron is made up of three parts: the cell body or soma, the axon, and the dendrites. Cell body consists of nucleus and cytoplasm. Axon is a tube-like structure that connects the cell body with the dendrites. And dendrites are the short branch structure that transmits signal to other neurons. Exercises. Define the term tissue. Tissue is a group of cells that are similar in structure and are organized together to perform a specific task. How many types of elements together make up the xylem tissue? Name them. So xylem is composed of the following elements: tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma, and xylem fibers. Give three features of cardiac muscles. The three features of cardiac muscles are: first, they are involuntary muscles that contract rapidly but do not get fatigued. Second, the cells of cardiac muscles are cylindrical, branched, and uninucleate. And third, they control the contraction and relaxation of the heart. What are the functions of areolar tissues? The functions of areolar tissues are: it helps in supporting internal organs. It helps in repairing the tissues of the skin and muscles. How are simple tissue different from the complex tissue in plants? So the difference between simple and complex tissues are: simple tissues consist of only one type of cells, whereas complex tissues are made up of more than one type of cells. Simple tissue cells are more or less similar in structure and perform similar functions. In complex tissue, different types of cells perform different functions. For example, in xylem tissue, tracheids helps in water transport, whereas in parenchyma stores food. In simple tissues, there are three types: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Complex tissues are of two types: xylem and phloem. Differentiate between parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma on the basis of the cell wall. So the difference between parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma are: in parenchyma, cell wall is made up of cellulose. In collenchyma, it is made up of pectin and hemicellulose. In sclerenchyma, there is an extra layer of cell wall mostly made up of lignin. In parenchyma, thin cell walls are present. Cells are loosely packed. In collenchyma, cell wall is irregularly thickened at the corners and there is very little space between the cell. In sclerenchyma, cell walls are evenly thickened and there are no intercellular spaces between them. What are the functions of the stomata? The functions of stomata are the exchange of gases, which are carbon dioxide and oxygen, with the atmosphere, the loss of excess water in the form of water vapor, which is known as transpiration. Diagrammatically show the difference between the three types of muscle fibers. The three types of muscle fibers are, first is striated muscles. As you can see the diagram, they are voluntary muscles. They are connected to bones, also known as skeletal muscles, and the cells are long, cylindrical and with many nucleus and are unbranched. Second is unstriated or smooth muscles. As you can see here, these are involuntary muscles. They are found in alimentary canal and lungs, and they are spindle shaped and have single nucleus. Third is cardiac muscles. They are also involuntary in action. They are found in the heart and the cells are branched and have one nucleus. What is the specific function of the cardiac muscle? The specific function of the cardiac muscle is to control the contraction and relaxation of the heart. Differentiate between striated, unstriated and cardiac muscles on the basis of structure and the site or location in the body. So first, on the basis of structure, let's differentiate between the three muscles. Those striated muscles, cells are cylindrical, unstriated cells are long. In cardiac also, cells are cylindrical. In striated muscles, cells are unbranched. In unstriated, cells are unbranched. In cardiac, the cells are branched. In striated, cells are multinucleate. In unstriated, they are uninucleated. Cardiac also, they are uninucleate. In striated, alternate light and dark bands are present. Unstriated, no bands are present. Cardiac have only faint bands. Striated ends are blunt. Unstriated muscles ends are tapering and cardiac muscles ends are flat and wavy. Now on the basis of location, striated muscles are present in hands, legs and tongue. Unstriated muscles are present in alimentary canal and blood vessels, and cardiac muscles are present in heart. Draw a label diagram of a neuron. You can see the diagram here. Name the following tissue that form the inner lining of our mouth. The answer is epithelial tissue. Tissue that connects muscles to bone in humans. The answer is tendon. Tissue that transports food in plant. Answer is phloem. Tissue that stores fat in our body is adipose tissue. Connective tissue with the fluid matrix is blood, and tissue present in the brain is nervous tissue. Identify the type of tissue in the following. Skin, there is striated squamous epithelial tissue is present. In bark of the tree, simple permanent tissue is present. In the bone, connective tissue present. Lining of kidney tubules have cuboidal epithelium tissue. Vascular bundles have complex permanent tissue. Name the regions in which parenchyma tissue is present. Parenchyma tissue is present in leaves, fruits and flowers. What is the role of epidermis in plant? Epidermis is present on the outer surface of the entire plant body, which performs following role. It is a protective tissue of the plant body. It protects the plant against mechanical injury. It allows exchange of gas through stomata. How does the cork act as a protective tissue? The outer protective layer or the bark of the tree is also known as cork. It is made up of dead cells and therefore it protects the plant against mechanical injury, temperature extremes, etc. It also prevents the loss of water by evaporation. Complete the table. You can see the table here. So the first column will have parenchyma, second column sclerenchyma, and the third column is phloem. Thanks for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe.